Hello everybody, also ViChe here, self-proclaimed awesomeness person on YouTube. And welcome back to another camera shot of a camera, no less. So in my recent Let's Plays, you've been lacking my face. And this is the reason. This thing that says, if you could see right in delivery, it says estimated delivery within 10 to 36 business days. They opted for 36, which is unfortunate. Everything else I usually get is pretty much on time. So, here's another video though. And this video is it worth the wait? Look at that price. Now look at that time. Let's just take a look at the device we got here. So, no unboxing for this video, mostly because it was uneventful. The box was in a bag, literally. It was, I think, called from Changhong Post or something. And they're usually the ones, if you get it from China and it's tech, it's usually from them. And it was in this, like, plastic bag with a generic description of what was inside, with my address and my name and blah blah blah, and inside that bag was a tiny little cardboard box, just barely enough to fit this guy right here. I'm kind of having a little faith issue in this camera, because sometimes on the viewfinder, which I'm gonna dub the Eternal Pessimist viewfinder, sometimes it looks like an unusable shot, but when I go to post-production to get everything good, guess what? It turns out it's alright. And it was perfectly fine, and it's only the viewfinder that was crap. So it's really hard to tell if anything's really in focus or not, which is unfortunate which means either I need a new camera, I need to get used to this camera, or I need something like an external viewfinder. Which means money, or learning to deal with things. So I'm gonna opt for learning to deal with things. So, get you a nice profile shot of the back, and we're going to have it plugged in for the very next video. Hopefully that will work. But this is generally where it's going to be. I don't even know if you could see that. I don't have a flashlight on me. So, will it gather light from outside? Nope. That's how professional I am. Okay. Lights are on. You should be able to see something now. Right above the center monitor. God, that's really... There we go. Beautiful. That's where my last camera was. And I like it because a lot of YouTubers opt for the camera in like one of their peripheral corners. So when they're playing games, you sort of have... Let's flip the viewfinder around and I had that on I'm in a onesie. I got it for Christmas. And it was fun. Anyways, they sort of playing their game and they have the camera off to the side, so they have to look away from the screen. I sort of like it where you just have to point it right, and then whenever you just look up from the screen, because you could still have the screen in your peripheral and see everything that's going on, and yet you could still communicate with everyone. Though sometimes, I know from what my brother was saying that he was saying that personally in the first video that I had my camera, that I looked like I was unengaged with you guys, so I'm gonna have to work on that for sure. But that is one of the downsides. when you try to be very focused on the game like I do, cameras aren't always the best, because right now I'm rambling and I could be talking and looking out my window at light. ADD makes your head look all over the place, and you always look like you're unengaged from everything, but you're still paying attention, you still know what's going on. But some people would find that rude. Anyways, that aside, we are now gonna go down. Let's see the description. Let's see the top description and the specifications. Top description, look at that. USB 12 megapixel 1080p Full HD Pro webcam. Camera, video, built-in microphone for PC Skype. Okay, that's all well and good. Let's go down here to specifications. Let's see it. Specification number 10. Dynamic resolution 640 by 480. So that specification right there is not giving me a lot of hope for this device at all. But up there it says full 1080p HD. So what am I to believe? Only you and me will find out together. Because if we decide to cough and make the microphone peak, we will hear that I coughed and make the microphone peak. Anyways, that's not what I'm getting at. What I'm getting at is, let's go to reviews. Where was it? It was a little earlier. They had the reviews from this. And they're just generic, pretty much like they're a good seller or they're fast shipping, which they're not. They got the minimum shipping. Well, the maximum shipping time, unfortunately. So, not much hope in that. So, I'm not sure if all the positives are paid, but they are definitely outweigh the neutral or the negative. So, where was it? I think... No, they don't have them here anymore. But they were raving about how it works well and works great. And I do hope that is the case. But we'll just have to see in the next episode of... I don't know. I'm gonna upload this and play a game right after it, so you'll see when I decide to make which video I decide to do. But any video it is, I hope you enjoy watching it, as I hope you enjoyed watching this video. So, with that being said, let's get one more, as we say, glamour shot. And then I'll talk one more thing. One more point of interest I have of this. Over my other webcam, which is my Microsoft LifeCam, which decided ironically to die on me for some reason. Spent a lot more money on that. This is what I like. This mounting is a lot more stable than the mounting of the LifeCam. The LifeCam's a flimsy C, sort of, and you could bend it either way, but it really doesn't have any grapple point on the top. As well as you can't do too much angling without it becoming unstable. It really isn't a good mounting system. I know with some, like, let's go to here. You see the monitor here. Hopefully that peaked the mic. Listen to that. Creaking and cracking. Though there's no damage to the device. Sometimes people are a bit weird to have clamping mechanisms, but those are really those would really be guaranteed to hold on to any sucker. The unfortunate thing is, there's a lot of different monitor sizes. This one's a lot thicker, so you can't make an ideal clamp for all situations. But a clamp would be ideal. Maybe, so, let's open this, and let's go here. So, my clamp idea would be this. Think of your ideal market. Let's say your ideal market would be 30-year-old business types. I don't know. And they probably upgraded all their computers to at least flat panel LCDs, if not HD ones, but those could be pretty thick. So what you would do is make a thicker clamp, and you could put different pads on it to adjust tightness, or maybe even a knob, a retention knob, to make the clamp on the top go in more, so the bottom pinches more or less depending on which model you have of monitor. That would really be something that I would be interested in, because that clamp that was there, and this makes it sound like it was my fault that the camera's dead, which it very well could be at this point, I'm not sure, but unfortunately the camera took a couple tumbles, and that was only because of that clamp, because I'd slightly bump. See that? You get a little vibration. That's from my arm. That might be about how much vibration my monitor's getting, if not less. Anyways, tapping the bottom of my monitor. Monitor's wiggling just a little bit. And I touched a button on that stupid thing. Anyways, capacitive buttons will be a different rant. But the main thing I want to say is that me bumping, me even tucking in my chair or moving my keyboard jostled my monitor just enough for the other one to just take a tumble. I tried different solutions like tape or whatnot, but unfortunately it really didn't work out properly. So that could be one of the major issues on why it failed. So this clamp should alleviate that, and hopefully we will see this camera long into the future. So, with that being said, I'd like to thank you all for watching, and flip this on here. Whenever I say flip this on here, I'm just flipping the LCD back and forth, which is a nice cool feature of this device, this Sony Alpha mirrorless camera. Anyways, with a million other people you could be watching at this very moment. I'm glad you're watching me. So, I thank you and goodbye.